Leo, welcome to your May reading. If you are new, welcome. There are some interesting things happening with everyone's charts as we move through this period of change. So I hope you are coming through it well. And not fighting too much the change that is occurring with everyone, and enjoying it because it's laying the groundwork for more exciting things in the future. So Leo, let's see what we have for you. Victory over a previous battle that you may have felt like you were fighting against many people. And this is going to lay the groundwork for your world changing in many ways. It's going to bring in some new wisdom, a new way of thinking for you in May. Excuse me, Leo. Now, you may have someone assisting you with whether they're part of a team or just their opinion, but this person is definitely a fiery sort of spirit, and your views initially may not mesh. You may have to really change your plan a bit or tweak it, and it may even involve cutting some people out or rearranging the way you think about money, and it really is going to be the sort of death of an era. But what it is going to do is have you reinventing yourself in a way that is going to be really intense for the last half of 2019. Yeah, it's really going to start to turn that wheel of fortune really slowly. It is going to aggravate people, though. It may even make people jealous. And for you personally, it may feel like it's going really slow. Wow, I see a lot. Leo, didn't we do last month? Weren't you the one who had people really jealous? I should look, because I see a lot of that here. People are really, really jealous. Wow. There is a lot of that here. This is going to be the groundwork, though, for something really long term. And it's great. So Leo, if that was you, and I apologize that I can't remember, there is a lot of that happening. Because whatever you're taking on, it looks like, I get the impression that you were in a place for a long time where you may have been really sad or just not feeling that great about things. And this turnaround is so obvious to people and so intense that it is like a brand new you, and you may be going back to school, and or you may have a new job, or you may be starting a new business, but it is successful, and people are like, whoa, they're and you do not have that same vibe about you anymore. You are really like, you're all this is your like, and this, see how these cards are all light in the background? It's all of that. And people are just, whatever group you surrounded yourself with before, they are not, I mean, again, you have Taurus and Leo, here you are, Aquarius. I mean, those may be your new group coming to support you. But these other people are, and here's the other energy. I mean, this is, very larger than life energy. I've talked about this before. The High Priestess in this card, I mean, these are pillars. So the High Priest, you have to think about what her proportions would be in real life. They would be enormous. So she's in this really big, intense energy. So, I mean, and she's surrounded by fruit and these lovely things. I mean, it's big, big energy. She's enlightened, she has this crescent moon around her. There's a lot of duality. I mean, there's a lot going on here. She has scrolls around her. I mean, this is really enlightened energy. This isn't you sitting there anymore, like, I don't know. I mean, if you had this is what I see, here we are. If you had some of this going, again, not necessarily third party, but just like, and there's a, when you think about this card, you have to think about when you take these out, when you take swords out, there's another re-injury here. This healing process, when you take them out, you re-injure the heart and it bleeds all the more. So then there's a hardening process. But when you're here, you've like gone beyond this. Here's the devil, So you've moved through all of these stages and you're here. This is great, Leo. I love it. Let's look a little further. Love it for you. Let me look a little further. This one wants to come out. So I see you sort of marking people for deletion from your group. And then even if you are cordial to them, I don't see you giving your emotion to them. You're just, hi, how are you? You're cold with them, which is, not necessarily a bad thing. You don't have to give them the keys to all of your plans anymore. Some of you may be mailing keys back to people. I don't know what that is, but for some of you. You're keeping your ideas to yourself now. You may have had more of that like heart on your sleeve kind of vibe, but you're not doing that anymore. You're keeping it to yourself. You may even have started to do this with someone you're dating. And I think you're being much more selective about who you are dating. Your standards are different now. Yes, for those of you who are single or in relationships that aren't that serious yet, your standards are much different, or they will be. I think you've kind of closed the door on this devil energy. You're like, no, I'm good, thanks. The Chariot is coming up again. I don't think you're into these fast moving people anymore, people that are trying to barge their way into your life but with nothing to offer, no substance. If it doesn't pertain to this plan that you have in place, I think you're like, no, I'm good, thanks. I really like this for you guys. Leo. Leo, we have the Dragon. This can talk about sudden changes, but it also talks about strength. Clover, this talks about good luck. The Snake can talk about deceit. We know what that is. We talked about this. The Dancer talks about happiness. Leo, this is great. I love this. This is really talking about people trying to get into, you know, do some damage, and the outcome for you is going to be the same. It's going to be a good outcome. And you having the strength, I think, that you have built through, you know, whatever this was. What were you working on? The Grave. This talks about transformation and leaving things behind. Leo, this is beautiful. Let's leave it here. I think you went through a lot of stuff and a lot of personal growth. I think Taurus had something similar, personal growth, and they really kind of, they're not quite where you are. I don't want to say you're a little further ahead. You're just different. You're different signs, but they had something similar, and it was also really beautiful. So Leo, this is great news. This is going to be, the last half of 2019 is going to be something great for you guys. I can't wait to see it. So leave a like. Let me know what's happening. Let me know what these situations are for you. If you're comfortable, I'd love to hear them. And thank you for sitting with me again. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.